Once again, my dear friends, we are in the present, not only conceptually, even in experiential level, we are in the present. The body is breathing, therefore, we can live, we are living, and what else we want for this moment. And now we try to remember our past. Could we remember some moments in our past where we experienced fullness, contentment, satisfactoriness? Whenever we had this idea, thought, I have everything, what I want, what I need. I don't need anything else anymore. I am full. I am fully satisfied. Could we remember some past moments and events when we had this feeling, the feeling of satisfactoriness, content? Is there such a memory in our past? The memory of satisfaction, satisfactoriness, contentment, fullness. No demanding mind, Maybe we could remember. Maybe we couldn't remember. Let us be aware on this present moment where we are physically right now. Feel your eyes. Slowly and consciously, please open your eyes now. Dear friends, hope these two meditation sessions and mindfulness in motion session helped you a lot to calm down your body and mind, and also bring some light into the mind, into our practice. Each one-day retreat, we have topics, themes, and we try to focus on our practice, on that particular topic, particular theme. Even though no topic, it's okay. Being together, meditating together, sharing together, and being in silence together, they are so powerful and so beneficial. Though we do it once a month. Also, it's okay, it's good to have a topic. And today's topic is the completeness. And the first time I am going to conduct a retreat on this topic, completeness. And when this suggestion came, and I said, okay, it's good, but without thinking deeply. And therefore, this is the first time that I'm going to conduct a retreat on the completeness. And I hope this might be the last retreat on this topic. Anyhow, because on one hand, this is, I think, this is the most simple topic. All the other topics are complicated. At least a couple of words are there. But this topic, completeness, only one word. And easier to pronounce, easier to write down. Therefore, it looks like a very simple topic. And of course, we are simple people. Therefore, we can do our investigation on this topic in a simple way. Anyhow, completeness. We don't use this word in our everyday life, completeness. But somehow we are using this word, not completeness, but complete. Many times we are using this word. We had to complete our studies. We had to complete our examinations. We had to complete the building house. We have to complete the treatment, medicine, complete the journey toward maybe some steps in our practice, yoga and meditation. So in everyday life, everybody is using this word complete, the word of complete. And therefore everybody knows the meaning of this word. In the beginning, a thought comes to us because of whatsoever, maybe because of the society, because of the system, because of the religion, whatever a thought comes to our mind with a task. So we are here, task is over there, and the idea is, the intention is, we had to go there, we had to be there, we had to achieve that. So we had to complete the task, whatever. So it gives some hopes. Some hopes. We make a dream about the task, about the end, about the achievement. But we didn't start to do anything. We are still here. Task is over there, but now we are dreaming. We are not dreaming about how to achieve that target. First, what happens is, in the very beginning, we are dreaming about after achievement. After the achievement, how nice. It happens to all of us with whatsoever task, whatever task. And the interesting thing is how much we dream about after achievement, the benefits of after achieving something, whatever. How much we dream, that much we attract to it. Still we are here. We are here still. Achievement is there. It yet to happen. But by dreaming, that the task become a magnet. And it is inviting us, come here. It is inviting us. And therefore, difficult not to make any action, not to take any action towards that task. So then we start to make an effort to do practical things, to go to that task, to complete the task. We make an effort. So while we are making effort, then of course we are experiencing different emotions. In the beginning, happy. Because after achieving that, after passing the examination, after getting the job, after married, after building a house, whatever, is so nice. Only positive benefits, advantages. We see only advantages. So it's nice. It gives some positive atmosphere. But while we are trying, while we are making practical effort in achieving to complete the target, then of course we create some other emotions like fear and anxiety. Because then we realize that the desire is not enough. The desire is not, only the desire is not enough to achieve the target. We need others' support. We had to use our brain. We need money. And we need time. And so many other factors which are out of control. And every factor has its own limit. Time has its own limit. Money has its own limit. And others have their own limits. Therefore, big pressure, and because of the pressure and because of facing to all these limitations, we become anxious and stressed. Can you remember, could you remember any single task, whatever you have achieved? Before achieve that target, you were in the process to achieve that, of achieving. No stress, no fear, no anxiety, no pressure, no restlessness. Completely you are relaxed and happy. You were relaxed and happy from beginning to the end. Can you remember, or can we remember at least one incident like that? Very difficult. Very difficult. We were going through, or we are going through all these emotions. And for some people, or for most of people, those emotions are obstacles. Fear, anxiety, and restlessness, they are obstacles. Therefore, they couldn't go through them or over them to achieve the task. Therefore, they stop. Anyhow, if you achieve it, if you complete the task, then, yeah, we are happy. We can relax. We can enjoy. We can celebrate it. How many times we celebrate? How many celebrations we have in our life because of achievements? Not only one, many, many achievements. So we celebrate it with ourselves and with others, with our family members, with our friends, after completing each task. And then we have this idea, we complete, or we completed it. We completed whatever. Studies are over now. Normal studies, finished. Universities over. Exams are over. Finished, complete. But that conclusion, how long it is lasting? For how long? How many years? No. How many months? No. how many weeks, how many days, how many hours, how many minutes. So while we are celebrating and while we are after celebrating, then another task to be completed. So how many times we have completed these circles? How many times? Yes, of course, we have completed. Thousands of times, thousands of circles we have completed in this short period of our life so far. But still, we don't have this feeling of completeness. What a shame. But my dear friends, for most of people, they do not think about the completeness. They are not worried about it. Because after completing one circle, another circle is waiting for them, and they start to complete the next circle, next circle, next circle, next circle, and if there is no more circles, then they are bored. They feel utterly boredom. So then they are looking for new circles to complete. So instead of reflecting on the completeness, why we are not complete, where is the completeness? Instead of that, the majority of humans are happy to cycle themselves around the completeness. Cycling around the completeness. Without meeting. No circle can meet the center. No circle can meet the center. Every single circle is cycling around the center. And each single cycle is, or circle is, missing the center. What a shame. So how many circles we had to complete to touch the center? Is there any number? 8, 7, 12, 100, 108, 1,000, 100,000? No. No. But same distance, always same distance. But the life is cycling around the center, around the completeness, without touching, without meeting, without experiencing. What an unfortunate thing. And my dear friends, so majority is not worried about the completeness, and the majority is not interested in completeness. They are not thinking about it. They don't ask this question. They just follow the circles one after the other. But only very few are raising this question. Where is the completeness? Is there any completeness? If yes, then where is it? And what is the completeness? Only very few. And that is the turning point to come out from that circle. That is one of the significant turning point to come out from the circle. So therefore, these discussions are happening only in very few people, only inside of very few people, very few groups. Maybe spiritual so-called, maybe meditation groups, only very few. And when we ask, if we ask this question, where is the completeness? Is there any completeness? If yes, then where is it? Then there are two common and popular answers. Two. The first answer is no. No. There is no completeness. Everything is incompleted. Everything is incompleted. I think most of us are giving this answer to this question. Nothing is completed. No completeness. Anything, anywhere. Everything is incompleted. If this so, then what we can do? Maybe you think then nothing to do. If everything is incompleted, then what can we do? If everything is incompleted, then what can we do? Yeah, the simple answer is then nothing to do. Nothing to do. So most of people, so please remember, only very few people are interested in this investigation. Where is completeness? Is there any completeness? If yes, then where is? Only very few, maybe 1%, even 0.1%. And then the common answer is no, no completeness. Everything is incompleted. Then nothing to do. So most of people thinks nothing to do then. Nothing to do. But my dear friends, there are two things to do. And we are doing these two things because of this. Everything is incompleted. Because of this idea, everything is incompleted. Therefore, we do two things. The first thing is we try to make things complete. Everybody is doing this. All the governments, politicians, soldiers, companies, doctors, engineers, everybody, and even all the religions, what they are doing? What they are doing? They are trying to complete the incompleteness. Since when? Since the beginning of this world till now. What humans has done, or what humans have done, what politicians, what soldiers, religions, doctors, engineers, what they have done till now. They were trying to complete the incompleteness. Whatever they do, that is the intention. So after million of years, after 1,000 of religions, and many modern science and technology, still we are trying to complete the incompleteness. We are far behind it, far behind. Because of what? Why? We are not trying to make a human. Nobody is trying to make a human being. Human beings are here. They were there. They were here now. But we feel that they are incompleted. Therefore, we have to do something to complete them. The world is beautiful, but we think that beauty is not completed. We have to do something to make it complete. And still we are trying to make things complete. Generation after generation, generation by generation, trying to complete the incompleteness, but the same incompleteness is existing. Actually, make a human being or make whatever animal is not easy. I think no one can do it. No one can create a human being. It's not possible to create. But to make a human being, make complete a human being is more difficult than create a human being. There is a funny story. A gentleman went to a tailor shop to make a suit for him, shirt and trouser, whatever. And after giving the measurements and after the tailor getting measurements, then this gentleman asked, when can I get this dress? How long do you take to make it? And he said, I need 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And this gentleman wasn't happy about this answer. He said, 2 weeks is too long. Even the God took only 6 days to create the entire universe, including you and me. Only 6 days. But you are taking 2 weeks, 14 days to make one rest only for one man. It's a big argument, no? It's a very powerful argument. The God took, according to the Bible, the God took only 6 days. And the 7th day, he was resting. And still resting, I think. Anyhow, very powerful argument. So why you need 14 days to swing a shirt and trouser? Then the tailor said, that's why I need 14 days. That's why. So the gentleman couldn't understand the logic, the joke behind it. And he asked, why? Why you need 14 days? Because of this. Within 6 days, the God created you naked you. Because the God knows if the God has to make a dress, it needs another 14 days. So that's why he stopped. It's a funny joke, but there is a big meaning. Big meaning behind it. Create something is easier, but to complete it, not easy. Not easy at all. To create something takes only short period of time. To make a tea, to cup of tea, only few minutes. But to make a complete, to experience the completeness with the tea, wow, it takes how many days, how many years, how many lifetimes. So, my dear friends, the worldly people are just trying to complete this incompleteness, generation after generation. And nobody knows when they can do it. In this century or next century, nobody knows. It's a mirage, going behind a mirage. So this is the first thing what we can do if everything is incompleted. The second thing is, the first thing is more materialistic. Yes, then we had to do things. We had to create more and more food. We had to create more and more. We had to produce more and more medicine, more and more facilities. But the second thing is something not materialistic. If everything is incompleted, what it is, to accept it, to realize it, to understand it, is not easy. Not easy at all. More easier to try to make things complete than accepting and realizing the nature of incompleteness. Therefore, you can see how many 0.1% of humans are in this path. Why? Because of that. Why it is so difficult to accept it? So logically, yeah, everything is incompleted. So why we cannot accept it? Why we cannot realize it? What is the reason? What is the cause? Because there are few reasons. So one of the reasons is, yeah, that's true. So logically, intellectually, yes, we agree to this conclusion. The world is incompleted, even though the God is perfect, but his creation is not completed. So intellectually, we accept it. We agree, not accept, we agree with this idea, with this theory. But practically, no. We are looking for something perfect, something completed. Whenever we see that something or somebody is incompleted, then we have conflicts, and some fight. We feel that we are not peaceful. We are not peaceful because of this incompleteness, because this thing, the car is not completed. Whatever the environment, the government, the partner, children, parents, whatever, the meditation, whatever is not completed, incompleted. That's why we are suffering. So always we are looking for something to blame for our problems. We have problems because of that, because of this. If the world is perfect, the world is completed, then we are not suffering. But now we are suffering, we have problems, we have troubles because of incompleted world. So very easy way to hand over this responsibility onto somebody by using this theory. It is not easy to accept and realize it. And that's why we had to meditate. We had to meditate. So when we sit for meditation, the body is not completed. It is speaking about pain. And then we are looking for complete posture. Then we start to learn yoga, because we think after practicing yoga, we know what the complete posture, perfect posture for meditation. And we are looking for different cushions, benches, small wooden benches. And the time, we think, morning is sleepy, afternoon is tired. So we are looking for perfect time to meditate. And after having all these things, but still we are unable to meditate because of this imperfect mind. And then we are looking for techniques, so-called techniques, to make our mind perfect. For what? To meditate. We think we need a perfect mind to meditate, perfect body, perfect posture, perfect time, perfect environment, and perfect technique, the perfect teacher. To meditate, to realize or to accept the nature of imperfection. So what a funny thing, my dear friends, where we are going. We meditate to accept and realize the nature of incompleteness. If that is the idea, intention of our meditation, then why we are looking for complete or perfect posture, perfect body, perfect time, perfect environment, perfect technique, perfect teacher, and perfect mind? Can we find them? No. So therefore, we are wasting our time, but still we think that we are meditating, but why? Actually, we are not meditating. We are looking for those perfect things to start to our meditation practice. While we are sitting in cross-leg posture, upper body is straight and eyes are closed, that's okay. But these issues are going on in our mind. The body is not perfect. The posture is not the right one. The time, this time, no, this is cold, this is too hot. The environment, no, this is not the right place to meditate. And the technique, the teacher, teachings. And even though all these things are perfect, but the mind is not perfect, it's problematic. So we always bother on these things. And the idea behind it is we can meditate. One day we can meditate when all these things become perfect. And when is that one day? There is no that one day. No. Therefore, my dear friends, it is easier to say everything is incompleted, nothing, no completeness, but not easy to realize it and accept it because of this very idea of perfection. We think that we are in pain, we are in trouble, we are suffering because of incompleteness, because of imperfection. This is very misunderstanding, wrong understanding. Looking for perfection is one of the causes of our suffering. So we have to realize this. Looking for completeness is a cause for our suffering, whether it is physical suffering, psychological suffering, or spiritual suffering, no matter. It's a contradiction. That's why some teachers say there is no technique for meditation. No technique. Give up all the techniques because techniques are incompleted. There is no perfect technique. And let go of all the teachers and teachings. Maybe all of them are useful in the beginning to start the journey. But after a while, we have to let go of all these things. And my dear friends, I told you, I started this talk with this statement that only very few are investigating on this nature of completeness. So where is it? Only very few are asking this question. Where is this completeness? What is this completeness? And I said there are two common answers to this question. One is there is no completeness. Everything is incompleted. If that's the answer, if we accept this answer, then still there are two things to do. First thing is then, on one hand, we can try to make things complete. That's the called ordinary life. Or we have to meditate to accept this nature, to realize this nature. And then what is the other answer? If everything is there any completeness? What is this completeness? The first answer is no, there is no completeness. And the second answer is everything is completed. Everything is completed. We have to believe it. Everything is completed. We have to believe. And again, it's difficult to believe. Difficult to realize that everything is incompleted. Also, difficult to believe that everything is completed. So what a state that we are in. Why it is difficult to believe that everything is completed? Because of what? Because of dissatisfactoriness. lack of contentment. So the dissatisfactoriness is not helping us to, or uh, supporting us to believe this, that everything is completed. I have this, I have that. How many things we have? We can make a huge list, long list of our belongings. But after that, after 150 items, 200 items, then yes, we are having all these things, but we don't have that. We don't have this. Then we are not completed. No completeness. And no satisfactoriness either. The list is not completed because we are not satisfied. How to be satisfied? So it's a skill to be satisfied. We know there is a story, again a funny story. A fox was starving and he was thirsty. And therefore he was looking for something to eat and drink. He was wandering everywhere, and then he saw some grapes in a tree or in a vine. Grapes, beautiful grapes, purple color. So he was happy and he jumps. But he couldn't catch those grapes because he couldn't jump that much high. I think we all know this story. So he jumps and jumps and jumps for hundreds of times, but no, always a little bit lower. He couldn't catch. And after that, no more energy to jump anymore. And then what thought comes to his mind, or how he thought about it, we know. He said, this grapes might be very sour, not tasty at all, not sweet at all. I don't need them. I don't need. So so after that he ran away and meeting some other folks and asked, where are you going? Where coming from where? He said, there. And what was there? And he said that there was grapes, but I don't want them because they are very sour, no sweet at all. So this is a kind of satisfactoriness. We try to achieve something, to get something, to buy something, to be somebody. And after hundred of times, hundred of attempts, then we realize, no, it's not possible. It's not possible to achieve it. And then we give up. Then we give up and say, no need. Even after achieving that, it makes me miserable. It is not good. It is not nice. It is not beautiful. Therefore, I don't need. We don't need. We can live without it. Yeah, that is also a way to satisfy ourselves. So mostly, for most of the time, satisfactoriness belongs to the external things, what we cannot gain. What we cannot gain. And if we are skillful, of course, then we can justify, now it's okay, we don't need it. If we can't get it, that means we don't need. No, we need, even though we can't get it, but we need, of course, then we are in a trouble. Psychological trouble, physical trouble, financial trouble. But if one can say, no, I cannot get it, but I don't need it. I'm happy with myself without it. And of course, that is satisfactoriness. We can satisfy ourselves in this way. And that fox was not hungry after that, and was not thirsty after that. Not after eating those grapes. He didn't eat. But after, no thirsty. I can live without this thing. So, my dear friends, yeah, it's a good way, clever way. At least for a few minutes, few hours, few days, we can maintain that satisfactoriness by thinking in this way. But satisfactoriness and completeness are not same at all. Because for the satisfactoriness, yeah, we have to think about it. We have to change the way we think. We have to change the attitude. And also it is depending on the external things. But anyway, for ordinary minds, the satisfactoriness is the best, for ordinary lives, for ordinary society. That's why the Buddha said, Santutti Paramandana. It means the ultimate wealth is the satisfactoriness. The satisfactoriness is the ultimate wealth. And there is another beautiful story came to my mind now. It is from Greek mythology, but a very beautiful and powerful story. There was a king called Midas, and he has a special madness, craziness. We all have our own unique craziness. And his craziness is to collect gold from everywhere. He sent people to everywhere, all over the world, to collect all the golden things. And he wants to keep all these things around him, with him. And every day he wants to see this gold, and so illuminating, golden color, so illuminating, so bright. He was happy, so happy. He thought that he's the most happiest person in the world, because no one has such a big collection of gold in that time in the world except himself, King Midas. Or Midos, I can't remember now. Anyhow, but every morning he went to his treasury and see, everything is gold, pure gold, 24 karat gold, so bright. And when he comes outside, then so ugly. The world is so ugly. Even the bed is so ugly. The roof is so ugly, walls are so ugly, his cup, plate, all are ugly because they are not golden. He was suffering and suffering and suffering. Therefore, every day he prays. He was praying, give me a permission, give me a power to make everything gold. So he was praying for I don't know how many days. And one day the God gave him this power. Whatever you touch, it becomes gold. Whatever you touch, it becomes gold. What a blessing. He was so happy. So now he doesn't have to buy any more gold. He called back all his agents to come back. No need to buy anything. I know how to make gold. So when he touches his cup, it becomes gold. And you know the story. He couldn't eat now. He cannot eat. Whenever he touches bread, the bread becomes gold. So who can eat golden piece of bread now? Golden rice. Who can eat? No, he couldn't eat. Even he couldn't drink anything. He touches some of his maybe family members and all became gold. Now he couldn't touch anybody. Nobody comes close to him. But still he has this power to make whatever gold just by touching. Wow, what a hell. He's a king full of gold and he can make more and more gold just by touching. No man has that ability at all in the mankind history, but he is starving now. Empty stomach, thirsty. He couldn't sleep because the whole bed becomes gold. No softness of the mattress. And he couldn't touch anyone. Nobody comes close to him. So what a hell. This is the hell. And one of British philosopher, I can't remember the name, he said, if all of your wishes and prayers come true, then it's a hell. Then it's a hell. If all of your wishes and prayers come true, then you are in a hell. This is true. One or two wishes come true, then it's good. All of So my dear friends, even though we can make everything gold just by touching, but still we are suffering. No satisfactoriness and no completeness. If we are behind the greediness, if the greediness is driving us, then no satisfactoriness and no completeness. The last thing what I would like to share with you is, as I said, the satisfactoriness and completeness are not same. Satisfactoriness is depending on the way we think and what we are having. But the completeness is not depending on what we are thinking or what we are having. No. If we have a cup and if it is empty, then of course we need something to fulfill, at least water or tea or whatever we need to fulfill the cup. Otherwise, we are carrying an empty cup. So if our inner self is like an empty cup, then of course we are looking for something. We are not happy to be an empty cup. So after getting something, yes, then we are happy, we are satisfied for a while. But again, it becomes empty. Whenever it becomes empty, again, we are not satisfied. We can't maintain that satisfactoriness forever. So why we are identifying ourselves with this empty cup? Why we think this is our nature? There is no cup. If there is no cup, then no need to fulfill. No need to fulfill. My dear friends, please contemplate on this. If we are an empty cup, then of course, or an empty room or whatever, then yes, always we are behind the fullness, completeness. And if we are just emptiness, not empty cup, not an empty cup, not an empty room, no, we are the emptiness. No boundaries for this emptiness. No boundaries, no walls, no roof, no bottom, just emptiness. Then do you think that thought, that desire comes, I have to fulfill this emptiness? No. How to fulfill? The infinite emptiness. If we make a boundaries, of course, then that desire comes. I am this. I am a small cup and it is empty. And I have to fulfill it. But same emptiness is existing inside the cup and outside the cup. No different. Same emptiness. And once we realize this, then we are empty and we are complete. Thank you very much, my dear friends.